Hey everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Gulshan and I help you speak English fluently. In this video, I am going to talk about how to be consistent. Most people don't learn to speak English fluently because I believe that there is only one reason, and that is they are not being consistent with learning this language. If you are willing to put in the practice every single day for a certain amount of time, like I will say at least for 1 year, there's nothing that can stop you from being a fluent speaker in this language. And I am speaking from my personal experiences. Exactly 1 year ago, I was not able to speak fluent English. I was not able to express my thoughts well in this language. But somehow I managed to be consistent every single day. Despite what was happening in my life, I was focused on improving my communication skills in English every single day. And as a result, I can say that now I am very comfortable with expressing myself, expressing my thoughts in English, and you can do the same. So let's talk about how to be consistent. Let's talk about that one idea, how I managed to become consistent for 1 year. And I think one thing that will help you be consistent is you have to set goals. Why are you learning this language for? You have to be very clear of why you are learning this language. Once you become very clear, you will find it easy to become consistent. So my point here is you have to be very clear of your why. Why the hell are you learning this language? What's the point? What are you going to do after learning this language? What are you going to do with your life after learning how to speak fluent in this language? Because when you are clear, this is going to give you a lot of clarity, and this will help you be consistent. Because if you are not being consistent with learning this language, the goals that you have will not be attained by you. So you always be afraid of not achieving that goals if you are not consistent. So that is why I think I was consistent, because my goal was clear, and actually my why was very clear. I wanted to do businesses with foreign clients, and that is why I wanted to learn this language. I used to imagine that if I want to do businesses even in India, I have to speak this language fluently, because a lot of people who do businesses at a scale, they speak English fluently. They deal with foreign clients and it requires them to speak English fluently, and that was my reason. My reason was very clear. So I am figuring out those ideas that focuses on foreign clients, and I have figured out some of them. So let's not talk about them. That's just another topic to talk about. So my why was clear. So what was your why? Figure out your why. Why are you learning this language? Because this is going to help you immensely in making you consistent every single day. And I want to tell you one more thing, that being consistent is one of the most important things that you have to keep in mind when learning a language. I am not talking only about English. I am talking about learning any language. If you are not consistent, you are not going to learn a language. I know it applies to everything. I think being consistent applies to everything. Being successful in your career, it also demands consistency. Let me tell you one most important thing when it comes to being consistent. Someday you will feel that, let's leave it. Today, let's not practice English. But let me tell you, someday you will feel like you are not making any progress. What the hell you are practicing every single day? But keep going, even if you are feeling that you are not making any progress, because this is what will help you speak English fluently in the future. You are creating new neural pathways in your brain that you can't see right now, but you know you are storing a lot of information. Practice it every single day. Talk to yourself in English every single day. Even if you are alone, try to talk to yourself, because every time you open your mouth, it is an opportunity to practice English. Either way, you train your tongue. What do you do when you have an English partner? You do the same thing. You open your mouth, you speak words, and that's what you do when you are alone talking to yourself. So I would say just practice every single day. Even if you think that you are not making any progress, your English is not improving, you have to set aside all the doubts that you might have in the process. I would say practice even if you are feeling that you are not making any progress. This is the secret of how I became a fluent speaker. I can now express myself clearly in this language, and the reason I can do that is because I was consistent every single day. Someday I used to feel, let's leave, but I did not leave. There has not been a day when I did not practice English. I used to stand up in front of my mirror, and then I used to talk for hours. I used to choose a topic, and then I used to start talking about that topic for hours, and then I used to record videos. And then there was another technique that I used to do was reading and reflecting. That was like, those all the things that helped me a lot in making me a comfortable person with speaking English. This is what I am saying you to do. Consistency demands you to set goals. If you do not set goals, if you are not clear of why you are learning this language, chances are that you are going to give up. Chances are that you are not going to keeping on. You are going to stop learning this language, because why the hell are you learn this language in the first place when you don't want to do with this language? So you eat food because you are hungry. That is why it requires you to eat food. Like you want to be fit, that requires you to go to the gym every single day. Similarly, if you want to become a fluent speaker, it requires a reason. It has to be a strong reason, and this is how you become consistent. In the end of this video, I just want to tell you, if you found this video to be helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, because it motivates me to make more videos. You are going to learn a lot of things here. This is a community where you get to learn everything that you will need to become a fluent speaker. So for that, subscribe to this channel. Bye bye.